That's a bingo.
Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo.
You just say bingo. Bingo! How fun!
How fun indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is. Welcome back, Short Story Bingo. My name is Nate Chacon III. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, the retention program is working. What I do on this podcast is I'm a glorified narrator to stories you have heard and to some you haven't. It's like Libro FM, sorta. Welcome back. We are here, episode 56. Thank you guys so much for checking out episode 55, The Squaw by Bram Stoker. I actually got a few emails talking about why I don't read Dracula, and I promptly responded because it's a whole fucking book. That's why. But still, I had fun with the last one. It was pretty intense and, peculiar at the same time. Anyway, let's give a big shout out to our sponsors. Big ups, big shout out to Extraterrestrial Media. If you need to film a music video, record an audio signal, or get a drone shot of your business or home, contact Extraterrestrial Media at extratmedia.com. George Life also does consultation for projects, helps plans tours. I mean, right now it's a little different, but there's a lot more. Just visit extratmedia.com. They have a range of services to help any of your media needs. We're also partnered with Libro.fm. When you make the switch, enter Story Bingo at checkout for your new membership to receive 2 audiobook credits instead of 1 on Libro.fm. That's a partnership that we're very excited about, so go ahead and make sure that, I know a lot of folks that are currently using Audible, but you get 2 audiobooks instead of the 1 at checkout. So we certainly appreciate our partnership there. And they contribute to your local bookstore, wherever you're at, not just in Utah, it's just across the United States. For myself, I go to the King's English Bookshop, located here in Salt Lake, 1511 South, 1500 East, kingsenglish.com. So yeah, make sure to also like, follow, subscribe on Twitter and Instagram. On Instagram at Short Story Bingo, and Twitter at Gabino Grinds, and that's GRHYMES. What we are reading today is a story called Laura, and I believe it's by Saki. It's Saki. It's out of a book that George provided called Ghost Stories. Right there, and yeah, I have not read this, so we're going to be going down this rabbit hole together. It looks like on the picture here, it looks like a fucking demonic squirrel or something, so maybe it'll be down the squirrel hole or some shit for this one. Make sure to also email me with any sort of other stories you'd like for me to read, shortstorybingo@gmail.com. Let's go to our top 3 countries and our top 3 states. I don't think that there was any really too much movement there from last week, but we will check it out really quick. I had to check the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking over there. I'm like, damn, Doc. Okay, there we go. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Hope you guys got a lot of things planned for this weekend. So, all right, yep. So it looks like it's still the Netherlands, Russia, and Canada. That's wild to me. Beyond the United States, of course, and then the top 3 states still holding strong: Florida, Texas, and Idaho. So yeah, that's cool. Let's finish out with our random Twitter follower shout out. All right. It's Ashley in West Jordan, so I'll put her shit in here. What's up, Ashley? Anyway, Short Story Bingo, episode 56. Nate Chacon III. Thank you guys for rocking with us, and we're gonna get into it, man. One more time, Libro.fm. Check them out. Peace.
Short story bingo. Short story bingo. Short story bingo. Short story bingo. Sometimes they're funny and sometimes they're sad. Most of the time they're funny because I hate to be sad. Short story bingo. Short story bingo. Short story bingo. Short story bingo. But don't take my word for it. Spare fingers.
Yeah. fucking applause again. God damn. There we go. That's a bomb right there. All right. Okay, so let's get into this, man. It's called Laura by Saki. Saki. Is that the spelling for the drink too? Is it Saki? Let's see. I'm very, very curious. Or is it? I'm gonna be Saki. Oh wow. Actually, Hector Hugh Munro is who it is. Saki, better known by the pen name Saki, and also frequently he was a British writer whose witty, mischievous, and sometimes macabre stories satirize Edwardian society and culture. He's considered by English teachers and scholars as a master of the short story, and often compared to O. That's it. Okay, so he actually was not named Saki. His name is Hector Hugh Munro, but Saki is his pen name. Just like what's his name? Samuel. I'm thinking of Mark Twain. Samuel Adams. What the fuck is his name? Who gives a shit? He has a different pen name too. All right, here we go. You aren't really dying, are you? Asked Amanda. I have the doctor's permission to live till Tuesday, said Laura. But today is Saturday. This is serious, gasped Amanda. I don't know about it being serious. It is certainly Sunday, said Laura. Saturday, excuse me. Death is always serious, said Amanda. She's not wrong, man. You know, death is fucking serious. I never said I was going to die. I'm presumably going to leave off being Laura, but I shall go on being something. An animal of some kind, I suppose. Oh, okay, so she believes in afterlife. All right. You see, when one hasn't been very good in the life one has just lived, one reincarnates in some lower organism. Hater. I've been cruel and mean and vindictive, and all that sort of thing when circumstances seem to warrant it. Circumstances never warrant that sort of thing, said Amanda. If you don't mind my saying so, observed Laura, Egbert is a circumstance that would warrant any amount of that sort of thing. You're married to him. That's different. You've sworn to love, honor, and endure him. I haven't. I don't see what's wrong with Egbert, protested Amanda. Oh, I dare say the wrongness has been on my part, admitted Laura dispassionately. He has merely been the extenuating circumstance. He made a thin, peevish kind of fuss, for instance, when I took the collie puppies from the farm out for a run the other day. Okay. Bring my dogs back. You know what I'm saying? All good. Just bring my dogs back. He was probably not even a fuss. Just bring my dogs back. Take it easy, fucking Laura. All right? They chased They chased his young broods of speckled Sussex and drove 2 sitting hens off their nests. Besides running all over the flower beds, you know how devoted he is to his poultry and garden. Okay. Anyway, he needn't have gone on about it for the entire evening and then have said, let's say no more about it. Just when I was beginning to enjoy the discussion, that's where one of my petty vindictive revenges came in, added Laura with an unrepentant chuckle. That dumb little chuckle is like the worst when someone does that. Okay, added Laura with an unrepentant chuckle. I turned the entire family of speckled Sussex into his seedling shed the day after the puppy episode. Damn, there's a lot going on, dog. Got fucking the puppies. Something happened with the puppies. She pissed off her sister's husband. She might be turning into a fucking mix between a Wolverine and a squirrel and a New York fucking sewer rat. Something's going on with Amanda, dog. Or Laura. How could you? Exclaimed Amanda. It came quite easy, said Laura. 2 of the hens pretended to be laying at the same time, but I was firm. And we thought it was an accident. You see, resumed Laura, I really have some grounds for supposing that my next incarnation will be in a lower organism. I shall be an animal of some kind. On the other hand, I haven't been a bad sort in my way, so I think I may count on being a nice animal. Something elegant and lively, with a love of fun. An otter, perhaps. Okay, okay, so I can see the otter now. All right. You know what? Let me show you what this shit looks like. Look. Tell me that doesn't look like a cross between fucking Chuck E. Cheese doll and an otter, I guess, now. Anyway, all right, okay. If you can't, I just showed it. So check out the YouTube if you're listening online. Yeah, youtube.com/short story bingo, or just search short story bingo. Okay. I can't imagine you as an otter, said Amanda. Well, I don't suppose you can imagine me as an angel, if it comes to that, said Laura. Amanda was silent. She couldn't. Personally, I think an otter life would be rather enjoyable, continued Laura. Salmon to eat all year round, and the satisfaction of being able to fetch the trout in their own homes without having to wait for hours so they condescend to rise to the fly you've been dangling before them, and an elegant svelte figure. Think of the otter hounds, interposed Amanda. Love that word. Interposed? Dude, use that more. I'm talking to me and you, but interposed. Think of the otter hounds, interposed Amanda. How dreadful to be hunted and harried and finally worried to death. Rather fun with half the neighborhood looking on. And anyhow, not worse than this Saturday to Tuesday business of dying by inches. And then I should go on into something else. If I had been a moderately good otter, I suppose I should get back into human shape of some sort. Probably something primitive. A little brown, unclothed Nubian boy, I should think. What, man? What did you just say? First off, otters don't turn human. You know? So let's start there. Although otters do have oddly similar fucking human hands, they're still times 150,000% smaller than human hands. And, you guessed it, not fucking human hands. But, c'est la vie, you know? When you die, you die, and you figure it out and come back as a Nubian boy. All right. Oh my God, I love this story already. I wish you would be serious, sighed Amanda. You really ought to be if you're only going to live till Tuesday. As a matter of fact, Laura died on Monday. And that's how her story just ended right there. As a matter of fact, Laura died on Monday, Nick. Oh shit, okay. So dreadfully upsetting, Amanda complained to her uncle-in-law. Yo, this is a fucking comedy. This isn't a ghost story. This is a comedy. That's what this is. Okay. I wish you would be serious, sighed Amanda. You really ought to be if you're only going to live till Tuesday. As a matter of fact, Laura died on Monday. So dreadfully upsetting, Amanda complained to her uncle-in-law, Sir Lulworth Quain. Dope name. Lose it. I've asked quite a lot of people down for golf and fishing, and the rhododendrons are just looking their best. That's got to be a fucking name. I don't know what that means. We're going to look it up really quick. And while we're looking it up, we're going to have this handy dandy. Come on now. Where is it? Oh, God, it's fucking number 1. All right. Rhododendron. There we go. Found it. Okay. It's a plant. That makes sense. Rhododendron. Damn, that was really crazy for me at first. That was real rough to just come up upon me, rhododendron. Okay. So dreadfully upsetting, Amanda complained to her uncle-in-law, Sir Lulworth Quain. I've asked quite a lot of people down for golf and fishing, and the rhododendrons are just looking their best. Laura was always inconsiderate, said Sir Lulworth. She was born during Goodwood Week, with an ambassador staying in the house who hated babies. She had the maddest kind of ideas, said Amanda. Do you know if there was any insanity in her family? Insanity? No, I never heard of any. Her father lives in West Kensington, but I believe he's sane on all other subjects. She had an idea that she was going to be reincarnated as an otter, said Amanda. One meets with those ideas of reincarnation so frequently, even in the West, said Sir Lulworth, that one can hardly set them down as being mad. And Laura was such an unaccountable person in this life that I should not like to lay down definite rules as to what she might be doing in an afterstate. You think she really might have passed into some animal form? Asked Amanda. She was one of those who shaped their opinions rather readily from the standpoint of those around them. Just then, Egbert entered the breakfast room, wearing an air of bereavement that Laura's demise would have been insufficient in itself to account for. 4 of my speckled Sussex have been killed, he exclaimed. The very 4 that were to go to show on Friday. One of them was dragged away and eaten right in the middle of that new carnation bed that I've been to such trouble and expense over. My best flower bed and my best fowls singled out for destruction. It almost seems as if the brute that did the deed had special knowledge how to be as devastating as possible in a short space of time. Was it a fox, do you think? Said Amanda. Sounds more like a polecat, said Sir Lulworth. No, said Egbert. There were marks of webbed feet. Yep. There were marks of webbed feet all over the place, and we followed the tracks down to the stream at the bottom of the garden. Evidently an otter. Laura's come back. Oh, shit. Okay. Amanda looked quickly and furtively across at Sir Lulworth. Oh, shit. Egbert was too agitated to eat any breakfast and went out to superintend the strengthening of the poultry yard defenses. Just Egbert going out to fucking order. I'm gonna fucking go there. I'm gonna get this order. I'm gonna put these fences. Oh hi, my little fucking chickens here. Quack, quack. I said quack. I said quack. I said quack for a chicken. Okay. Egbert was too agitated to eat any breakfast and went out to superintend the strengthening of the poultry yard defenses. I think she might have at least waited till the funeral was over, said Amanda in a scandalized voice. It's her own funeral, you know, said Sir Lulworth. It's a nice point in etiquette how far one ought to show respect to one's own mortal remains. Disregard for mortuary convention was carried to further lengths next day. During the absence of the family at the funeral ceremony, the remaining survivors of the speckled Sussex were massacred. The marauders' line of retreat seemed to have embraced most of the flower beds on the lawn, but the strawberry beds in the lower garden had also suffered, tearing shit up. I shall get the other hounds to come here at the earliest possible moment, said Egbert savagely. Oh, no account. You can't dream of such a thing, exclaimed Amanda. You goddamn right. I'm going to get every single hound I know in this damn town. I'm getting that otter. I mean, it wouldn't do so soon after a funeral in the house. It's a case of necessity, said Egbert. Once an otter takes to that sort of thing, it won't stop. Perhaps it will go elsewhere, now that there are no more fowls left, suggested Amanda. Should have been a little bit more calm with that. One would think you wanted to shield this beast, said Egbert. This is what she's like. There's been so little water in the stream lately, objected Amanda. It seems hardly sporting to hunt an animal when it has so little chance of taking refuge anywhere? Good gracious, fumed Egbert. I'm not thinking about sport. I want to have the animal killed as soon as possible. Even Amanda's opposition weakened when, during church time on the following Sunday, the otter made its way into the house, raided half a salmon from the larder, and worried it into scaly fragments on the Persian rug in Egbert's studio. We shall have it hiding under our beds and biting pieces out of our feet before long, said Egbert. And from what Amanda knew of this particular otter, she felt that the possibility was not a remote one. On the evening preceding the day fixed for the hunt, Amanda spent a solitary hour walking by the banks of the stream, making what she imagined to be hound noises. And why did you say imagine to be hound noises? What kind of noises would she otherwise she been making? Meow, meow, or quack like I did in place of a chicken. What other kind of what she imagined to be hound noises? It was charitably supposed by those who overheard her. Oh my God! It was charitably supposed by those who overheard her performance that she was practicing for farmyard imitations at the forthcoming village entertainment. Okay, maybe it was good then. It was her friend and neighbor, Aurora Barrett, who brought her news of the day's sport. Pity you weren't out. We had quite a good day. We found it at once in the pool just below your garden. Did you, kill? Asked Amanda. Rather a fine she-otter. Your husband got rather badly bitten in trying to tail it. Poor beast. I felt quite sorry for it. It had such a human look in its eyes when it was killed. You'll call me silly, but do you know who the look reminded me of? Oh, who could it have reminded you of? My dear woman, what is the matter? When Amanda had recovered to a certain extent from her attack of nervous prostration, Egbert took her to the Nile Valley to recuperate. Dude, I gotta no, that's fine. Change of scene speedily brought about the desired recovery of health and mental balance. Okay, get out of there. Fuck, we killed it. It's all good. The escapades of an adventurous otter in search of variation of diet were viewed in their proper light. Amanda's normally placid temperament reasserted itself. Even a hurricane of shouted curses coming from her husband's dressing room, in her husband's voice, but hardly in his usual vocabulary, failed to disturb her serenity as she made a leisurely toilet one evening in a Cairo hotel. A leisurely toilet is how I'm going to start classifying my leisurely toilets. I'm going to... Oh, do you guys have a water hole? Yeah, I just got to make a leisurely toilet really quick. And don't do that, you know?
You for real?
Yes! Okay, she made a leisurely toilet. Okay, Even a hurricane of shouted curses coming from her husband's dressing room in her husband's voice, but hardly in his usual vocabulary, failed to disturb her serenity as she made a leisurely toilet one evening in a Cairo hotel. What's the matter? What has happened? She asked in amused curiosity. The little beast has thrown all my clean shirts into the bath. Wait till I catch you, you little... What little beast? Asked Amanda, suppressing a desire to laugh. Oh, so they didn't kill him. Egbert's language was so hopelessly inadequate to express his outraged feelings. A little beast of a naked brown Nubian boy, sputtered Egbert. And now Amanda is seriously ill, and I'm dead, dog. And that is the story for today, because she came back as an otter, and then came back as a fucking Nubian boy. What is a naked brown Nubian boy? Whoa, episode 56, ladies and gentlemen. Short story bingo. Thank you guys for riding with me. Here we go, Nubian. And I put in Nubian boy. I hope that doesn't put me on a list. The Nubian boy was a Sudanese pre-adolescent male. Okay, so it's just you know, a Nubian boy. We'll just say that. Wow. So, quick summation. Starts off, she's dying. Her sister, Amanda and Laura. Laura, you know what? Okay, let me roll back my thoughts here. I love this story. It was fun. I loved it a lot. I hope you loved it too. We'll give it an applause because it was super fun. Thank you. Super fun. That was really funny. And also creepy at the same time, but very funny. You got a story of a gal who has no disregard for people. She's a, asshole. Ends up becoming the otter that she thought that was going to happen. That otter gets killed and then turns into the Nubian boy who she predicted she would become. So, a litany of cool things that happen in that book, man. That, again, by Saki, Saki, or his actual name, which is, let's look at it one more time. It was Hector Hugh Munro, Munro. Thank you guys so much, though, man. We've been having a great time doing this. I'm talking about George. George, you've been having fun?
Oh, yeah. That story was great.
Yeah,
I was laughing.
that was a good one.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out our sponsors again, Extra T Media. If you have any media needs, please hit him up. He's constantly doing music videos, constantly doing recordings. Follow him on Twitter as well, at George Life. Excuse me. It's at G Life, right? G Life or at George Life. Got it. Okay. And then also at Extra T Media as well. And then go on to Libro.fm, put in Story Bingo, get 2 free books instead of 1. To start your subscription with them if you like audio books like I do. We certainly appreciate it here at the show, and that's something, least that we can do there. Also, be on the lookout for the first episode of the sub-series of Short Story Bingo. This is going to be called Our Stories, and the first episode features the CEO for Jazzercise, Brandon Harris. Very excited to bring him on. We had a really good chat, and so those will be coming out. At least I'm hoping I can drop one of those a week, honestly, once we start getting going on that. So those are Zoom calls, or to the liking of a Zoom call. So it's a lot more, I'm in their space, they're in my space. We're having a good chat, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and so we're starting it. So yeah, look out for that as well. Thank you guys for the likes, the subscribes, share with your buddies, and let's keep this pod rolling. Short Story Bingo, episode 56, Laura by Saki. My name is Nate Chacon III, and I'm out.
Dun dun dun. Spare fingers. Cheers.